Sure. Gee, you know an awful lot of tricks. You're not a professional magician, are you?
No, I'm not a magician.
Oh, I was just joking.
You really don't know who I am?
Good afternoon.
Hello there.
Previously on Citizen Can.
The one thing that I did want to talk about, so filtering works on a simple one, but what about dates, right? Remember those expressions when you have today or last 7 days?
That's a really good question. I genuinely have no idea.
That really becomes difficult to enter. Those are extensions to our data, specific Microsoft or Dataverse expressions. And the easiest way to deal with them is to fire up XrmToolBox.
Okay. I always put this in my too hard box, so this is useful.
So in case you never used it, well, you did use, but if someone watches and never used it before, so you go to www.xrmtoolbox.com. So that's the tool. And inside this tool, what you want is what's called Fetch XML Builder.
It's a tool that's a toolbox that contains tools.
The XrmToolBox is a toolbox that contains tools. So what we want is, let me just quickly go ahead and connect. I'm starting Fetch XML Toolbox, right? So here you can use filter. And it's got filter and it's got condition inside. And we'll say our condition, let's say modified on, let's say today. So that in Fetch XML, it does translate to modified on today. But what you can do now is binoculars.
Yes.
Power automate parameters. It brings exactly what you need to put into select. Filter, click the links above to copy. Copy that. So let's switch back. So we can paste it here. Filter rows. Go back this one. Filter rows.
Oh, please. Do you not know about the Windows V? Come on.
Okay. So what I meant to do is click, 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 then switch, and Windows V 50.
Look at that magic.
Windows V, this one, Windows V, this one.
Life-changing. Thank you.
Absolutely. So now we can go ahead and test. You can always test, in Fetch XML and see if it works.
Yeah.
How do I get rid of this one?
Look on the cross on the corner.
So result view, I wanted view, and here we go. So 2 records that I modified today. And just to prove it, we've got 2 records here as well.
Magic.
Magic. So the bottom line is that if you want to filter, if it's a quick condition, equal, not equal, column name, maybe other column name, equal, not equal, equal, null, not equal, null, and so on. But once you get into a little bit more complicated expressions, fire up XrmToolBox and it does it for you, right? It will do more. It will expand into linked entities. It will do the expand as well. We'll show it perhaps next time where we talk about Fetch XML query. Sort by just basically sorting your results. There is nothing to see here except that you can do, let's say, by number of children, and
descending.
You can do ascending order, right? Or you can do descending order.
Beautiful.
That's it. And you can put comma and the next next column and next column and next column. Again, in this one, you can add a sort or order by clause, and you can put number of children, and you can put, as you can see in Fetch XML, you click descending, ascending, it changes. And if you put automate parameters, is your ascending order, and you can change it to descendant. So it's quite quite straightforward. So nothing to see about sorting. Fetch XML, a little bit more exciting, but that's what we are going to talk next time.
Yes. I want to know why you'd use one or the other, or why you might use both.
You mean Fetch XML versus the rest?
Filter. Yeah.
No, you wouldn't use it filter. You would use either Fetch XML or all the other stuff.
But you know that it works if you still use both.
Is a combination of two? What do you mean?
Yeah. Use multiple filters in different places and they just combine themselves.
That's something new for me. I never tried. I guess I didn't have the audacity to try both. It kind of makes sense to use one or the other.
It does.
It
but
does
you can
work.
use both.
Okay, that's my homework. I'll try to make sense out of it, because what kind of sorcery is using Fetch XML and all the other clauses?
Awesome. So for next time.
Okay.
Always a pleasure.
How do I stop?
Press the big stop button.
I've got stop share, but not stop recording. Stop recording.
Il mio cor, don't forget ta 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 ta. Don't get nervous, don't get nervous. Please, let's come back.